You gotta get in there.
Yeah, it's a little closer, but got you. Yeah, my bad. That's distance is a problem here. But,
No, it's all good, bro.
Today I happen to have two guests here, and I appreciate their message. I appreciate what they're about. I'm gonna let them talk a little bit about what they're about and how they got started.
Yeah, Terrell. So I'm Terrell from Bag Talk, co-founder of the Bag Talk Show. That's my partner.
This is Hanu, so also from Bad Talk as well. We've been kicking it for a while now. We known each other since ninth grade.
Ninth grade.
Yeah, so we've been kicking it since ninth grade, and appreciate you for having us here, bro. Definitely ready to chop it up and see what we can do to help you out.
Yeah, I mean, all for nothing. Like, I appreciate everything you guys put out because I don't know where you guys grew up from, where you guys grew up,
Mm-hmm.
but here in Brentwood, we weren't really educated properly on everything from finances. Like, people are saying crypto has been a thing for a very long time.
Yeah.
And people, it's not just been like since 2010, 2013. It goes deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
And the info that you guys put out, one, not only on Instagram, but YouTube also, it's nice to see that's coming from a generation where we struggle. Like, we struggle with trying to find like the true information to get out of like that 9-to-5 mentality, get,
Mm-hmm.
That entrepreneurial lifestyle, but also educate. And at the same time, give the people, entertaining stuff at the same time. Because I will say, like, your Instagram is pretty entertaining.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate that.
It makes the information that much more. I want to say easy to break down. Yeah, exactly. When did you guys get started with this?
Yeah, so it kind of dates back more so, I would say, the last summer. Because so last summer, we sat down, we just want to give information to people. And at first we were going to do it through a course. We came up with like a course. We wrote out this long, drawn out course where we were writing like notes on stocks, crypto, real estate, credit, life insurance.
Anything you can imagine. Honestly,
Literally.
we had everything financial literacy covered.
Wow.
Yeah, for real. And we was like, yo, we just going to give this out for free. But then we're like, okay, we need to like broaden our audience, right? We want to reach a greater amount of people. So we was like, all right, maybe we should head into like media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're like, yo, we should launch a YouTube.
It was basically like, when you think about it, when you have a large course, it's hard, right? It's really difficult to be like, yo, how am I going to read through all of this? So we're like, okay, one, we can break it down. And then we thought about each other. We're like, I think we're pretty funny dudes, right? And I was like, okay, I think it's going to make a lot of sense if we go to YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that. Yeah. And then honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, we just said we're doing it. And once we made the decision that we're doing it, it was over. Like, we already decided we're not going to play games with it anymore.
Yeah, because at first, like, we had that long course and we was like, all right, let's split it up. Let's take the stock section and make a stocks ebook. So that's available, like we have that link available in our bio and everything. Free stocks ebook, made a free crypto ebook, and we're like, yo, now let's get the channel going. We decided to get the channel going in like maybe November?
No, September. We said in September we're gonna have a channel,
so September 2021.
Yeah, we literally said we're starting a channel, and we gave ourselves a due date.
Oh yeah.
We were like January, because it was December, right? It was coming up. We're like stressing on everything, and it was like, yo, January 1st, everything has to be done. And if you go back to our channel, you go back to Instagram, our first post was January 3rd, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
And we're like, yo, that's it.
The first video drop. I'm trying to think about when we dropped our first post. It might have been January 1st. But yeah.
So we told ourselves, no matter what, we're starting then. And then we didn't look back. We just kept on going and scaling.
Held ourselves accountable.
Yeah, we have to. That's how everything starts.
And we have that. Like, we've been holding ourselves accountable. Like, we actually, prior to Bag Talk, we have a group called Leaders Lead that we started. We took we took like a group of us. It's like 5 of us in that group, from different backgrounds, and we brought different people in that think like-minded. Right. So all 5 of us are like-minded individuals. We're huge on discipline, accountability, always staying on top of what you want to get done in life. So we actually have an accountability group that we do,
I fucking love that. I love that. The accountability thing it's big with me, just because me as a trainer and nutritionist, I can only see my clients for so long. I can only, work them out for so hard. They can only see the results. They can only work as hard as they want to. So they have to hold themselves accountable. At the end of the day, if you're holding yourself accountable for everything, like for your goal setting, for your group, for your mentality, like that's crucial. Honestly.
Yeah.
I feel that's a very important, and it's a very important either what would it say, like characteristic, or it's a crucial to have in today's world, especially.
For sure.
Because there's so many distractions out there, and it's easy to just like stay off task, and then it's easy to lose motivation too. Because sometimes you might go on Instagram and see somebody out there that's doing it bigger than you, and it make you just like, man, should I even pursue this? But that's what the accountability group is for. We keep each other on task, and like, what we would do is we would have monthly meetups. We meet every month and talk about our progress on these goals.
It's funny, like he's, we say every month, but at the same time, I talk to him every day. Like every single day I talk to him. There's KJ, someone that I just met up with, and we just talked to him randomly. Mike, shout out to you, and then shout out to Marcus too. Like we have a set schedule, but then we obviously just contact each other. It's like we're really just brothers coming together to be like, all right, how are we gonna do it? And then we just go from there.
There's power in that. What they call that synergy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's power in that. You got great minds coming together. That was the first text in the chat. I remember the first text I wrote when we made the group chat. I said, "Leaders lead." I said, "We all got like a unique, great mind. What we doing?"
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Nah, that's motivation. That's motivation for anyone who's out there looking like, damn, damn. Because it does actually. Many people I hear talk about doing that kind of work. They talk about like, yeah, let's do this, yeah, let's do that, and then everyone has like a flat feet concept. They don't want to push any further. They get scared from that. Expect that, damn, this guy's doing bigger than this guy's already got 10 more, 10,000 more followers. Nice. They got 100. I got what, 50 subscribers on my YouTube channel right now, but I have 800 followers on my Instagram now, and you got to start from somewhere. Eventually, you develop a solid following, and at the same time, it all depends on what you're also doing it for.
That's the thing. I'm glad you said that, because that's something we big on. We always say brick by brick.
Yeah. And the thing is, like with investing and finance in general, like people are flat-footed, right? We understand that finance is boring. We understand that investing is boring. That's why, he runs a social media account for Bad Talk. So like, that's why he tries to make it fun, And the thing is, you just have to get started, bro. Like once you start right now, you're going to thank yourself tomorrow. You're going to thank yourself the week after that, and then the month after that, and then the year after that. As long as you start in finance, start investing now, you're going to be okay. And that's our whole message for anyone listening to Bad Talk. Like if you guys are checking me out right now, just start investing, start growing today, because you will thank yourself, and your family will thank you. And your family after that will thank you. Your friends will thank you. So don't be flat-footed, just go. Yeah,
it's the compound effect. It's like we say, you bring it back to investing principles. Investing principles are correlated with life at the end of the day. So it's like when you get started, you might put $5 in, but when that 5 turns to 7, it's turning 14 turning 18, and you start compounding at a greater rate. Now, like we say, like your first 1,000 is harder to get than your second 1,000. Understand? So it's the same thing. Even when it comes to like media and everything, like we in the content creation space, right? So we know how hard it is. Getting them first 5 followers is tough. You know what I'm saying? But once you cross certain milestones, now it's easier to scale. You
say you're a trainer, right?
Yeah.
Did you start benching 45 right off the bat? Did you start doing 135? No, you gotta start low, then you start to increase. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, you start with your body weight first before you do anything else. The biggest thing I preach to my clients is that before you even get under a bar, before you even set foot anywhere near those type of weights, you need to be able to do at least 10 push-ups and be able to do at least 3 pull-ups, be able to hold a plank, get right with your body weight first. Like that's a stable foundation. That goes with anything. You want those get rich quick schemes, like the people expecting to see that investment hit, like boom, like next week they're gonna become like nah, it's not. It's consistently putting in, $2 or $3, $5 here, and then overall those $2 to $3 to $5 that you keep putting in, see $2,000, $5,000 in a couple of years, and then God forbid something happened. Like if there's anything that made me more financially aware was COVID.
Yeah,
because that scare of 1, not knowing when a paycheck was coming in, 2, not having enough saved up to survive, and not even thinking about an emergency fund at that time too.
Yeah,
and it was a shitty time, but it also like I feel like it made I would say a two-way mentality. You either got sucked in and you fell into the depression hole, and you didn't see your way out of it. You got stuck by the media. You were scared of everything around you, or you're somebody who actually rose from it.
Right.
And that's the thing. And that's where it comes from. And that's why Leaders Lead, that group we started was so important. Because in COVID, we was tapping in with each other. We was holding each other accountable. Like, because in COVID, we was like, all right, we home, but we not about to just not be great. You know
like gyms are closed, bro. You gotta work out.
Gotta work out. We still doing our workout. You know, we on FaceTime working out. We doing what we, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get into it. So that's why you have an accountability group, or you have your brothers to pick you up. You know what I'm saying? We tapping in on the back talk. Back talk, if you think about it, how much information did we share during COVID on a financial level?
Yeah,
like,
I don't think people understand. Like, it's frustrating sometimes, right? Because you sacrifice so much for the free time. Like today, for example, like, yo, I just been going crazy, right? I just been texting him like, bro, I got this video edited, I got this done, that done. You know, you're sacrificing so much. So much information is being translated from your mind to his mind. Like everything I know, he knows. Everything he knows, I know. Yeah. And if we don't share that information, it's clipped. You're not gonna make it. So that's always literally just constantly sharing information, constantly holding each other accountable and just growing. Like the smallest stock you can think about. If I know it, he knows it. The smallest option thing, he knows it, I know it. Yeah. You know,
it's like a rule we have. Like if I learn it, he gotta learn it, and vice versa. Understand? And then we feel like we're doing a disservice to the community if we learn something,
they don't learn
and they don't learn it. You know what I'm saying? It's like each one teach one. That's what it comes to. You know, and then especially in certain communities, like you mentioned Brentwood and stuff. And then, you know, I'm familiar with a lot of different like minority neighborhoods in Long Island coming up in one. So I have a mission as well. I know he has a mission as well to make sure that we get information out to them. Because like you said, neighborhoods, ain't nobody talking about that. Nobody grew up talking about that.
Like
they're talking still talking about that shit that happened with the Grammys. They're still talking
exactly.
It's bro, the Future album just came out. How many people share Future's album? They didn't share our own post.
That's
you don't think we realize that? You don't think we count that? We notice it, right? Like how many people share Future's album? They didn't share your podcast, your YouTube, your channel.
You're not lying though, because they'll take the screenshot of the album of an artist that is.
They don't even know them. They don't even know them. They don't get no royalties. They don't get no money. They're gonna share that. They're gonna put money in his wallet. But then we're right here. We're working. You're working. We're trying to put the community on. You don't even want to learn, bro. It's free information. More people want to be broke than they want to be rich. It's that simple.
Don't really want to be rich. That's the thing. That's what I had to realize. Like, you know, people don't really want that wealth.
It's talk, bro. It's talk.
Absolutely. They don't want to put the work in. Nobody really wants to put that fucking work in.
The crazy part, my fault to cut you off. I just want to make it clear that like we're putting the work in for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the crazy part.
Y'all don't have to work. Y'all literally just have to tap in. Just listen.
Yeah, execute, bro. Like we have a platform, right? It's obviously Back Talk, but we kind of split it. On Wednesdays, we talk about like current news, stuff that's going on around the world. Just we bring guests on, right? Like that's Wednesday's channel. We dive into like, you gotta be a financial nerd, you know? Then we have Rookie Mondays. We're really hand-holding. We're like your financial tutors, step by step. Like if we put up a podcast, right? And we're like, yo, this template is being given to you guys. The next episode, we're showing you how to use that template. So it's like literally plug and play. Just follow, bro. Because your family's gonna thank you.
Watch.
Yeah.
Just listen and watch and understand, like actually taking the information. Like, everyone today wants to have that listen mentality, but listen with the intent to reply, not with listen with the intent to actually understand. And if people actually take that time to, take a step back and really like digest the information. And you guys, like I said before, you guys make it pretty fucking easy to digest, especially on Instagram.
Yeah,
like the content is solid enough for people who even have no knowledge whatsoever in this in the financial game. It's easy for them to follow.
I mean, let's be honest, bro. How many Black and brown people actually know knowledge about finance? They don't. How many people actually know what is finance, what is investment? They don't.
No, we was there, you know what I'm saying? We was there. That's why we come. That's why we understand it, because we was just there. Not like, you know what I'm saying? We all start from somewhere. Like I remember Lily calling my boy and being like, yo, bro, what is a stock?
No,
I never heard, bro, you feel me? I never knew this word coming up. And nobody told about my household. You know, it's just working, working citizens. And it's okay. And there's beauty in that too. They got us to a certain point. But then now it's up to our generation to take us to the moon. You know what I'm saying? We got to take it farther. So I call my man. It's like, yo, like, what is a stock? You know, so that's why when we make content, we always have that focus in mind. Like, don't ever forget where you started at. You know, try to remember what it's like to not know any of these terms.
You gotta make it really silly, like really dumb it down for people. That's the best way to learn.
Absolutely. Because we're in an era where everyone wants to learn something in 60 seconds.
Yep.
Like 6 seconds is the max their attention span is gonna last. The fuck is still texting me? Oh, that's from today's event. Yeah, that was awesome today. But when I tell you, growing up in Brentwood, now, it's been one of the few white kids that grew up in Brentwood.
Mm-hmm.
I now have I went across the country, served my country, did my time in Fort Leonard Wood, met a bunch of people who had never even seen a black person. Mm-hmm. And hear from their perspective on several things as far as like what their opportunities were like in school, what the education that they received, because they had, teachers or an education system that actually focused on stocks, that actually focused on, your future, retirement, mm-hmm. other things, and working a factory job. The one thing that I find ironic is that Brentwood is one of the largest school districts on Long Island, if not the largest, and we're surrounded by factories. Mm-hmm. And what is, the regular school day, like, it's like a 9 to 5. I feel like it just mm-hmm. doesn't. I talked about this before with one of my other guests, and not just here in America, currently across the world, that 9 to 5 mentality, mm-hmm. getting people stuck to just work for your paycheck, survive off of that, retire with only your 401k when you hit like 70 years old instead.
Right.
It's sad.
It's sad, mm-hmm. but you gotta understand though, that's profitable for them. Like our ignorance is mm-hmm. equal to profits. Understand? So for example, if we don't have literacy on how to, use credit, leverage credit, now we make credit mistakes at an early age, so you know what I'm saying? We got kids making credit mistakes at 18, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't teach them to that in high school. So now your credit is all messed up. When you mess up on credit, now you're paying them tons of interest. Banks make their most money off interest. Mm-hmm. And it's saying, so literally us not knowing these things is dollar signs for them. It's done on purpose. It's not going to change because that's a huge focus for them that's what keeps the country going. These banks, that's what keeps America on top. So it's better that we're ignorant.
Mm. No, you're 100% right. There was I figure you tell. I idolize that man up there.
Yeah, so is he.
Nipsey, that's my brother.
R.I.P. to the God. He's by far somebody who inspired me to really not only start this channel up, but to have these conversations with people mm-hmm. that can connect with the community.
Right.
Because not a lot of people realize this, but I grew up struggling. I remember walking in 8 years old, opening up a fridge, seeing nothing. Mm-hmm. I remember leaky roofs up until we had a house fire, and then the whole thing burnt down to the ground, and we was forced to rebuild back up.
Wow.
When I know about struggle, and when I go visit these neighborhoods and I go talk to some of these families who have never seen a single negative, dollar in their bank account, who have never seen, the family cry over their failures.
Yeah.
It makes this generation, like you guys said before, want to work that much fucking harder.
Yeah, bro, we have it easy, bro. Like my parents are immigrants, you know what I'm saying? Like the work ethic they have, like any immigrant parent, the work ethic they have, we're never gonna have. Like just imagine them leaving their country that they were born in, knowing the language, having the whole culture, religion around them, right? And then moving to this country and then having kids here. Bro, our generation is spoiled. Mm-hmm. The fact that we have to even, God forbid, we work for something. We Google something online
talk about it.
To just be like, yo, I don't know this. Let me go on Google. The luxury that I have to actually text my friend, call my friend, FaceTime my friend, screen share on Zoom with my friend.
Watch Bag Talk and learn about stuff that's going to get you money.
Like God forbid we do that.
Who was putting them on?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, our parents have to go to a library, bro. And some of them, they have to walk to a library, bike to a library.
Miles away.
It's not like it was right here. And they had to read a book. We don't even know what reading is. We have Audible now. We can go on a walk and listen to something on our ears. Like God forbid we do some work in this generation. It's a huge mistake.
I use the shit out of Audible. I'm not.
So do I, bro. So do I. That's what we read. And during COVID, we were going on walks, literally reading. If I wasn't reading, just listening, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was on the phone with him, being like, "Yo, what's the word? Like, what are we doing? Like we're losers, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're financial nerds.
Financial nerds, and it's all good. It is saying and it's all good. But like, I like that you was bringing up Nipsey. That's a huge motivation behind what we do. And like, we give back. Like we work in a school. We work in a high school. A high school that doesn't have the most privilege. On the island. And that's what we do. We tap in with them kids because we know, like we said, it's on us to each one teach one, right? It's on us to bring up that other generation. And we see them hearing, we telling them like certain tips they never heard in their life. Like, what, you could do that? Like,
bro, I'll never forget when I walked in, right? I parked my car, I'm walking in, and that's why I knew we were making a difference. This is where I told you. Like, I'm walking in and this kid stops me and he's like, yo, you're Mr. H, right? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, bro, like, can you put me on to college? And I was, that's really was the most humbling thing ever. I was like, damn, like, damn.
It shows you're making a difference.
Yeah, because he was like, I didn't even know I could go to college. And then last week I was listening to you guys talking, I think I could do it. And I was like, bro, you can. And you know, we talked about community college, we talked about different types of college. He didn't know community college was a thing. He thought he had to pay so much money. And I was like, yo, Rel, I think we made a difference, bro. I think we're doing something.
Bro, and it's like, you know, we working at high school, and first of all, we have so many stories like that. That'll be a whole session in itself, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I'm thinking about even too, like I worked in the juvenile detention center, you know, working with kids in that setting, you know, and I was teaching like financial classes there.
Damn.
You know, and so I'm telling them kids about some of these things, and it's like they really never heard of this stuff. Like, all they know about legal money is you got to go to like a 9-5 and get minimal money, because nobody that worked a 9-5 from a culture ever was making real good money, you know. So they think 9-5 money is slow and small, you know. So I'm telling them about different things and investing in different ways you can get money, whether it's through options trading or whatever it might be, real estate. I'm putting them on to these things, and it's eye-opening. And it's like, for a lot of them, you see it click, but their environment is gonna hold them back. So I know, like, some of them, when they got back on the outside, you know, I'm getting word that, you know, they back to doing what they was doing before, of course. But you know, you just have faith that you planting the seed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, you know, God willing, they make it out of they circumstance. They like, yo, I remember, you know, Rel did tell me about, you know, maybe I could get into real estate. I don't need any credentials to get into real estate. You don't need a degree. You don't need nothing. It's people that came out of jail and became real estate moguls. You know,
you don't need a degree to trade stocks, bro. You don't need a degree for options. You don't need a degree for car rentals, for digital marketing, affiliate marketing, YouTube. There's no degree.
Right.
Just go. Just learn. You'll be all right.
You said something. Caesar.
Caesar Pena. Yep.
Yeah. Caesar he's one of the. Shout out Caesar for. Could also do a lot of work with Joe the Credit Bro, who's also with the Credit Dude. You know. So shout out to them as well, because they're the ones who really helped me out with it as far as like cleaning up my credit, because I was one of those guys, or one of those teens who had multiple different credit cards, maxed them all out, thinking I can, you know, pay this all off, and then because I had a nice, you know, little sales job that was making me, you know, a pretty decent, you know, chunk of change every few weeks, and hating my life doing it, but at the same time I was making pretty decent money. Lose that job.
Right.
Damn, here it goes. And then couldn't make the payments. You
know who's making money on you though, right? The bank.
Yep. They made a lot of money off me. They made a lot. Fuckers they got me good. They got me good. Just because we didn't have that financial, you know, literacy. Even in the military, they tried to stress it, but in reality, when I went in, they did not prepare us at all for credit cards. The joke in the military is that you know, privates will immediately go to like the dealership after basic training, because we have a decent chunk of change now saved up after not being able to spend it for so long. Guess what we're gonna buy? Brand new car. And you know, we don't have to pay for dorm, especially if you're active duty. You don't have to pay for dorm. So in certain areas. So that payment now, if you say, oh, you know, a $500 payment, you know, a monthly payment, that's not a problem. You know, 25 or 45% interest. Oh, that's it. Yeah, no, it's not a problem at all. Go ahead and sign it, just because there's no proper education behind it. So it's not only just like it's just the communities that are forgotten about. Communities that are used for that factory workers.
For sure.
And they're... This problem. I go everywhere with this podcast. I go.
It's all good, bro.
But there was one thing that you said before, as far as being the like your community.
Yeah.
The work you do for your community. How long have you guys been, as far as educating the people just around? You're lifestyle, like where you live? Like you work for a school district, is that correct?
He works for the school district.
Yeah.
And
I work at what's it called, a bank right now in the city.
Yeah, I'm a math teacher at a high school district.
Yeah. And I'm an AVP at a bank in the city.
So, damn, y'all really are for the community. Like,
yeah.
So you guys see, it's kind of, damn, that's kind of wicked. You see firsthand some people of all ages going through like the financial mishaps, but then you are in the beginning. Damn, you can actually.
And that's a focus too, bro. Like, you know, because I only wanted to work in districts that people, you know, look quote unquote down on, you know, the districts without privilege. So that's the focus I've had in my teaching journey. And then that gave me access to that group of people who I have a heavy motivation and impact. And I know so did Newski. So I brought Newski in so to help me teach them people in them districts, right? And so now we reaching out to that demographic the most. You know, that was a huge.
I'm gonna see if I get you guys into Brentwood one day because
I've been, you know what I'm saying?
That'd be great.
That'd be amazing. I've done work with Brentwood as well.
So I do have connections with some of the school district just because after the house fire happened, thankfully, it's the reason why I want to give back to my community as much as possible. Like my big goal in the future is to have my own facility here as not only just a fitness trainer center, but it's also a mental health trainer.
That's fire. That's fire.
Because I don't think there's a time where I could think of outside of psychology class in high school that we were really taught how to deal with our emotions and certain things that, you know, our triggers, you know, the trauma.
Bro, you're not. It's sad. Like, I don't want to go on a tangent, but like,
that's what it's for.
It's basically like when I know, especially like being, you know, Indian in this scenario a lot. I mean, I think same thing with you, right? Like, it's the same thing, bro. Our families did not speak on mental health, especially being a guy. We were told to like, yo, like, suck it up, bro. Like, you'll be all right.
Man up.
You know, you'll be okay. You know, like, we didn't hear our parents say, I love you. Well, I would say our dads more so say, I love you to us. But that's because they weren't told I love you, you know? And it kind of just stems down from there. So, like, mental health was like, damn, like, I see their kids saying, I love you. Why can't we get that love? You know? But at the same time, that's where mental health kicks in because you start like pushing that away in your memory. And then when you come into the age we are at now, it's like, wait, hold on. That kind of comes right back. And you're like, wait, I didn't get that love back then, right? And that becomes a problem. That makes mental health a bigger issue. And then when you can't actually express that issue or speak on it because you're going to get looked down upon because you're a guy. You know, you're going to look down upon because you're 26, 27. What are you talking about right now? Like, man up. Go make some money. What are you doing? Like, go talk to some girls, bro. What you doing?
You're just feeling sad.
Yeah, emotions. Like, what are we talking about? We don't got emotions. That's not okay for us. And then that's where it kind of stems in. So the fact that you're doing that, speaking on mental health, is dope. I think mental health should be one of the most talked about things possible because it's healthy. It's okay to go and speak on how you feeling. It's okay to go and talk to your bros and checking on them because life is very short, bro. Like, I make sure to give people flowers when they deserve it. Like, my man just got a job. Shout out to you, Jahan. Like, I told him, I was like, yo, you working, right? Like, celebrate that.
Shout out to Nail.
I was just about to say, shout out to Nail. He became a doctor. We're going to our man's he's about to, he's a lawyer. I mean, I can't say he's going to because he graduates on like Friday, right? We're going to go celebrate because he's James. Shout out to you if you're listening, bro. Like, they're doing everything in their circle, right? To elevate. So that's where mental health is. You got to give your people flowers.
And mental health, you know, it plays right into investing. You know, if your mental health is not right, you're going to make bad plays when you're trading, for example. Like, if your head is not right, you're going to be making bad decisions with your money. Right. And it's saying, and so when your mental health is not right, we start thinking about now the community and what type of things that does to the community. Bad mental health is a big problem and why you see crime in community. People hate themselves. If you don't love yourself, you're not going to love nobody else. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You're not taught to love yourself. You're not taught about love. A lot of people seen some stuff and then numb to anything. It's so much pain after a while that you just become numb.
To it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't mind inflicting pain on somebody else.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I got a lot of pain, so I'm inflicted on you.
Right.
You know, and the one thing we know is that poverty begets crime. You know, so that's a huge focus on with Bag Talk as well. We trying to make sure that we get everybody financially literate. Because then at this point, now when you fix your finances, you're not even as motivated to go on a drill or do whatever you got to do to, you know, cause harm in your community. Like, even love, bro. You know, the second biggest reason for divorce is financial duress. Right?
Especially on Long Island, it is too easy to become financially duress or distress.
Distress, probably distress. Yeah,
distress. No, you're good. Distress, like it is too damn expensive to be living here in Suffolk County, especially if you're just working off a 9 to 5.
Yeah, bro, it is. In Nassau, the same thing. To be honest, in
That's
New York,
what's
it's the same
worse.
thing. In the country, it's the same thing right now. If you're just working a 9 to 5, you're not going to be able to be retired at the age of 35, at the age of 30, 40, right? You got to have another side hustle. You got to be able to invest. You got to be able to invest into your future. Have a retirement plan. It's like, have some real estate, have some passive income, be able to secure your family, because at the end of the day, you're going to be working the whole time for what? Literally, for what are you working for? Is it about you trying to, get that check to buy water, to buy like actual necessities and take care of your family? Or are you trying to buy those Jordans? What are you trying to do, bro? You want time, right? The only way you're gonna get time is if you actually have the money to be able to buy that time back. Don't work for the system, work the system, right? That's the biggest thing you gotta do.
Time is the most valuable asset.
Exactly. It's not fun, bro. It's really not fun. Like when I'm sure you know this, right? Like when you go out, let's just say you have a bunch of money, right? And you're going out, yo, you ask your boys.
I know where you're going with this, and I just talked about this on my Instagram.
Really?
I called out some people, so hey, let's go.
Yeah, it's like when you ask your boys to be like, yo, you want to pull up with me, right? And they can't afford something. It's not fun, bro. Like you just gonna be out there by yourself, and it's stupid. I want my circle to celebrate with me. I want my circle around me. That's where financial literacy comes in. If everyone knows the same thing, everyone's making money, we go into the top together. No one's getting left behind, and that's the beauty behind it.
56% of Americans don't have $1,000 in their savings. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, 65% of people want to buy homes. Think about it.
Is it even profitable right now for people to own homes?
Actually, you want to tackle that? I can tackle it. It don't matter.
If your finances could fit it, understand? So you have to, and it's funny because we're covering this right now on Rookie Mondays. Remember, Mondays is what we do to have like a step-by-step. We make it very simple for anybody. Mondays is literally for beginners.
And what time on Mondays?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're actually in the real estate section of Rookie Mondays, and we literally were just talking about this. It's funny. It's like people don't understand what comes with owning a home. There's so many other expenses to it, and that's why you see a lot of people defaulting on their mortgages and stuff because they didn't anticipate what it come with. So as long as you know how to run calculations, which we will show you on Back Talk, then you should 100% own a home.
Like people, bro. I mean, I'm not trying to like just come at you right now, right? For this, do you know what PMI is?
No.
That's something that people don't even know about. And I don't even blame you for not knowing it because we're not taught this, right?
Not taught
Private mortgage
insurance
before. So essentially, when you buy a home, everyone and their mom thinks you got to put 20% down. Everyone, right? Everyone just thinks that. It's because, you did it. He did it. Why can't I do it? Right? Same thing. You don't have to put 20% down, right? But that's what people say to do because that way you could avoid PMI, which is basically private mortgage insurance. That's what it stands for. And it's insurance to help basically say, yo, the lender, person who gave you money, it's insuring them. It's making sure they're okay because they gave you money and you didn't put enough down payment, which they're happy with. So it's like, yo, now I gotta cover myself. But you don't have to put 20%. You could put 10%. You could put 3%. You could put 5%.
You could get into programs like NACA, where you could put 0% down.
Literally, we're covering that on our channel right now. It's gonna drop tomorrow. Yeah. But it's just
this episode will be out by tomorrow, 5:30. So definitely tune in tonight at 7 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like when you just think about it, bro. People don't know so many things about real estate and so many closing costs. People don't know what that is. We didn't know what closing costs was when we started our journey, right? Yeah. But those fees are essentially fees that you pay as a part of the home buying process. It ranges from 3% to 6% of the actual home itself, right? So it's like, yo, if you're buying something for $100,000, you don't only need 20%, let's assume, which is $20,000. You need at least 3% for closing costs. On top of that, repair fees. You need to make sure you have a budget for that. Do you have that? Do you have enough money to pay for taxes? Because you have to pay taxes up front when you actually buy a home sometimes, right? Like people don't know that stuff. So it's like, we got to make sure it's on us to teach them. And that's when you learn. If you learn it, you're going to be all right. So if you have enough money.
My mind is literally blowing just by telling you. I didn't know half the stuff you just literally just said.
Tune in tomorrow or tune in tonight, whatever. Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow. But tonight. But holy damn.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So if you have enough money, secure. That's our message always. If you have money and you have all the checks on the sheet where it's like, yo, this number checks off, that number checks off, this number checks off, you good, buy a home. But if you don't, what are you doing? Don't flex for the gram. Why? You want to tweet so some girl can see it? She can slide in the DMs and be like, yo, you bought a home, congrats. Come on, bro, get off of that.
But now you going to default on it.
Now you going to look like a clown.
You look like a clown. Oh
man, there's so many clowns on social media right now. That just
social media is devil, bro.
It is. If it wasn't for my training gig and this, I probably wouldn't be on social media, to be 100% honest.
One thing I love about social media though is that you kind of make your own feed, so I'm only really like what you call this happen with pages that are actually uplifting me. My social media, I go on, I learn something every time I get on because of who I'm following, and then the algorithm is going to curate to you what you like, so my feed actually helps me. I don't be on social media for a long time, but when I get on, it's probably something that's going to enlighten me. So if social media is a toxic environment for any of the listeners right now, you got to look into what you're looking into, because it could be a positive experience if you make it that way.
I can see that. No, I do see the positive sides of social media, but as like an overall, it's just sometimes, even I'm guilty of it. There are times where it's like that little voice in the back is like, damn, this guy's really doing that. But it's like you have to have
that's
that
human nature
to shut it off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It is human nature. It's natural for the human instinct to do that, but some people don't have that willpower or that a self-awareness to shut that voice down, and then instantly become either jealous or instantly become doubtful on their dreams and what they can do just because this kid is 17 years old or the kid is 8 years old getting millions and millions of dollars just by opening boxes of toys and playing with them, and here I am 25 years old working at Burger King, I'm struggling over here just to make ends meet.
It's like the thing is, it's your own path, like that. So what I do when I see stuff like that is I just think about like, okay, that's his story. Okay, I'm not part of his story. I'm not part of his journey. I'm focused on me and mine. And it's then so it's like, okay, he got it by 20. I'm gonna get it by 30.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm saying? It has somebody else's reality that has nothing to do with your reality. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to live with you for your whole life.
And also, I think you could change it, right? Like we're both Kobe fans, right? So we love that. Yeah, of course. Like it's like when you follow people and they work really hard, it motivates you to work hard, right? So when you see someone making money, you see someone doing something on social media, like they bought a crib, they bought a car, they graduated, whatever they did, right? You have two choices. Either you could look at it and be like, yo, damn, I'm a hater. Okay, you have that choice where you can just do that. If you want to do that, go ahead. Or you can be like, bet, I see what they did. I'm going to use that as motivation. Be happy for them, bro. If you are a competitor, you're going to look at it as like competition, but you're going to look at it as healthy competition. You're going to look at it like, bet, they did that. I want to do it too. I want to get better too. Let me grow. You don't look at them and hate. What are you doing? You got so much hate in your heart that you can't even show love to your own people. You can't even give flowers to your own people. Now you look like a bozo. You look like a clown because you just look in the mirror and you're like, yo, I'm hating. Great. He's making money. He's succeeding. I'm in the same spot I was yesterday and the day before that. If you just lose that as motivation, you'll be all right, bro. You would have been faster and further than you are today.
There's power in that, though. There's power in that. Like, there's power in not. I feel like that envy and that you bring that negativity upon you, you gonna get bad karma.
I'm positive new for a reason.
Yeah, I call him positive new.
No, I swear.
Yeah, he's one of the most positive people.
Bro, my guy Jahan, he lost his wallet, right? And I was like, bro, you didn't lose it. You misplaced it. It's gonna be found. It was in someone's car. It was in my car. I didn't even know it. But like, bro, I swear to God, you can't go in with a negative attitude. What does that do for you? What does that do?
Perspective is everything.
Yeah. Like, you're going to go into interview, you're going to go into life, you're going to go spit game in a girl and be like, damn, I'm not going to get her number tonight. Oh my God, I'm not going to get her number. Like, what are you doing? You could get her number, just be confident, go up there, say what up. That's it.
Confidence is key, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have confidence. Even if you're like the biggest guys, like, I've seen some of the biggest guys who are funny as hell pull up dime pieces. Well, Chad over there in the corner with a 6-pack, crop top hanging out and all that stuff, and he's still there sipping on his beer, waiting to take a shot. But meanwhile, Big Mike over there sitting over there making it like 10 girls laugh, and he's guaranteed to bring home at least 3 of them
because of that confidence.
Yeah, it's the same thing, bro. Same thing. We're gonna bring it right back to financial literacy, right? If you tell yourself, we've been telling ourselves we're gonna be millionaires at 35, we're gonna be done by 30. That's it. And we've been told ourselves this because if you speak it into existence, you're gonna work for it.
Millionaires at 30, done by 35.
Millionaires by 30. Oh, yeah. Other way around. Yeah. So that we've been said it already. So it's like at this point, and I love saying this because it's Will Smith, like it's his thing. Like everyone tells you to be realistic, and Will was like, "What's the point of being realistic? Was it realistic to think that you could fly across the world?" Bro, right? But he did it. People did
started on that, bro.
Right? Like when people say realistic, it's like, nah, just manifest it. And we say it all the time. In our heads and our minds, it's already done. It's already case closed. Y'all just haven't seen it yet. Y'all gonna see it.
And faith is everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out my mom, man. I shout out my mother, man, because the word realistic, me and her done had real battles behind that word. Son, like coming up, she's like, yo, be realistic, you know, like on different things. I used to argue her down. I'm like, yo, since I was a kid, I'm like, what is realistic? I'm like, everybody's like perspective on realistic is different. I was like, think about it. When Kobe was in high school in 12th grade, if he said, yeah, I want to go to the NBA, was that realistic for him? I mean, yeah. Okay, but it's not realistic for the next dude. Like, it's
just the work, right?
It's just the work. It's just the work. I'm like, you could create your own reality. Like Kobe created his own. I could create my own, you know, and that's how I always looked at it. Like, you can't tell somebody what's realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
their path. Let them make it. Let them lay their own bed, but just be careful, because if you hate, you're gonna go down the wrong path. If you see what other people are doing and use that energy, then there is no realistic. If they this man who ran a 4-minute mile, was it possible to run a 4-minute mile? No one did it before him, right?
Facts. Nah,
in his mind, he was like, yo, I'm gonna do it. It's already done. Y'all just haven't seen it yet. Bet. He did it. After that, 53 more people ran 4-minute miles.
Yeah.
How? But it wasn't. You just said it couldn't be done. But then 53 people just did it after you? Come on, it can be done.
I just want to say, you know, I didn't want to make it sound like my mom was doing bad, by the way. Mommy, it's all love. I know it was all love. I love you a lot, mommy. Just had to say it.
I'll take care of it.
Because mama, she supported me heavily. I love my mom to death.
You know you backtrack? That's what you're doing right now.
I just wanted to hear it, like, wow, you made me sound like a bad mother. Nah, that shit, wow. So it's love. It's love.
You just said something pretty crucial. Your mother's being like, I'll never forget the days of when I first started doing this personal training thing 4 years ago. I was making $75 a week. Mm-hmm. $75 a week.
Wow.
When I tell you struggle, my phone bill, I had a car, insurance.
It's over.
It's over. Oh, nah. Then I started doing DoorDash because I had to.
Yeah.
You know, I love this shit. I never want to stop personal training, but I got to make some type of extra money. So what I do on the side, up until an overnight grind working at Planet Fitness. That led me to, because I dropped off food one day at Planet Fitness, you know, and they, you know, I happened to see a help wanted sign, and then they said, well, you know, I'm looking for overnight. And I said, okay. I'm not doing anything at nighttime. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, and that was actually one of the best decisions I ever made.
Mm-hmm. Bro, it's dope because think about it, right? You were down. You understood you were down. Once again, it goes back to the same principles. We talking about it in circles, basically, but like you had two choices. Either you could accept the fact that you're down, or you saw an opportunity. You said, I don't care. I'm going to give up sleep. I don't care. I have to make it. When your back is against the wall, you're going to find a way to survive, bro. Like at the end of the day, you got to survive, right? You no one's going to help you. Like all these people flex on the gram, they're not paying your paychecks. They're not paying your bills. Your friends are not going to come in and support you like that. If they do, cherish them. But most people won't. So it's like, at the end of the day, you have to make a decision, and you made your decision. And now look at you where you're able to get past that point.
Nas just not just came out with this album, but on EPMD 2. In the beginning, he talks about pulling roses from his own garden to smell them because he knows nobody's going to give them to him while he's alive.
That's deep,
until he's dead. When I had to replay that line a couple of times just to really let that sink in, because it's so fucking true,
bro.
It's so the amount. First off, the amount of fakes. Not I want to say fake support, because all support for Nipsey when it happened is, you know, all for the God. But the amount of people who are, I'm Nipsey, I'm like, you know, I've been Nipsey's fan and all this stuff, like R.I.P. Nipsey, like posting playlists and all stuff, like, bro, you don't understand the message. Like you're cherishing it now now that he's gone.
Yeah, I wish he was able to see that support while he was here, man, because his message was so powerful, son. Like,
So powerful, so powerful. That's why I literally have like a whole part of my wall dedicated to him.
Yeah,
because that man, not only for what he did for his community, but what he just did for just the world now after his passing. Like his message now officially getting out there, you know, showing what the marathon can do as long as you keep that marathon mentality.
That's a fact.
Like the marathon will forever continue if you can let it.
For a fact.
I got that from. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I wasn't a Nipsey guy. Like I didn't know much about him, and I own that. Like I didn't know that. I didn't even. We were actually at brunch when we found out that what happened. Happened. I don't want to speak on it.
I hate that moment.
But Khalil and Terrell actually, it was Khalil's I think birthday, and we're right. And we were at the brunch, and then they looked at each other. They sat down. I remember this. The game was playing, and they sat down. They were like, "Damn, Nip, something happened to him. He passed away, I think." And then the news actually started flooding in, and I was like, I didn't know who that was. I was like, yo, who is that? Right. And then Terrell actually put me onto him. He was like, yo, this is who he was. Like, you would actually really vibe with him because, like, you guys would share the same type of principles. And I started reading up on it. I was like, I wish I did know, when he was alive, but I don't act like I knew him. But he was obviously a dope person because he inspired a lot of people. Dude, like, a lot of people.
It's ridiculous. Like, everything about, even, like, the way he carried himself, everything was just, like, inspirational for me. And then I'm just like, we talk about the marathon continues. It's like, it's only going to continue with, things like what we doing with Bag Talk. Like I think about Nipsey when I do stuff, when I go places, when I talk to people from the community that never heard this stuff. Nipsey was doing the same thing. He putting people on the entrepreneurship, financial literacy at large. Like, I'm like, yeah, in order to make him live on, I got to continue to do that as well. I got to pass it forward.
Before you can impact the world, you got to impact the community around you.
And when you said it earlier, you said like, you guys, he was smelling his own flowers type stuff. Like the message there, bro. You gotta believe in yourself first. Like I swear to God, I wrote a check in 5th grade that was blank and it said it gives a blank check and handed it to my mom. And I was like, yo, here, and this is gonna be worth a lot of money one day. And she still has it on her mirror. And I've been preaching it since I was young. Like I've been told all my friends, everyone that knows me like me from younger age. I said I'm gonna be better than all y'all. And it's just a belief, and not downplaying anyone. I'm not downplaying anyone else. I'm just saying, when it comes down to it, I'm ready to work. So you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta really give yourself all the credit possible. Because if you don't, why would you guys believe in anyone else that don't believe in themselves? Like Kobe was the first one to be like, "Yo, I'm gonna make it to the league," right? Jordan was like, "I deserve to be on the varsity team in 9th grade or 8th grade."
Kanye in a documentary.
Yeah. Like Kanye was sick, right? But guess what? He's one of the best, if not the best producer, artist, whatever you want to call him, of our generation.
Yeah,
there's a reason for that. He believed in himself so much that people thought he was crazy. But it's like, yo,
you're only crazy till you do it.
Yeah, is it really crazy to believe in yourself? Is that really crazy?
Confidence.
It's not cocky if you backing it up.
Absolutely.
Yo, that word cocky, bro. How many times we done talked about that?
Bro,
on the phone,
we get
bro?
called
like,
that, yeah, a lot.
Yo,
yeah.
bro, like
I don't really care though.
Like growing up, because we carry ourselves with a certain confidence, individually, and then now as a group. But like even before back, so we carry ourselves with a certain confidence. People will try to say like, "Oh, you cocky," and then you ask them like, "How?" And it's like, I mean, for example, like I remember I've told. Like you've had like a girl ask you. I've had a girl ask me like, "Oh, I told her I play basketball because I played basketball my whole life." It's like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "Of course, I'm definitely good." What? And she's like, "Oh, cocky much." It's like, how is that?
I mean, what do you want me to say? I'm trash.
You feel me? Like, people are like,
nobody like me every day.
You know when people are like, "Be humble."
Yeah.
Everyone says that. You know the definition of humble? We Googled it before. You know what the definition of humble is? Belittle yourself, where you think you're below someone. I don't think I'm below anyone. I don't. Why would I? It's humbling that you treated me like this. It's humbling, yes, because it empowers me, and I realize the difference that we're making. But are we gonna sit there and say we're not better than their show, than that show, than this show? No. Why are we not better?
In the work.
Like, why can't we be the same people as you? Why can't we influence the community like you? Why can't we be the top person in the league? We can. We will. It's just
we put in the work, and that's the thing. Like, it's one thing you could have. Like, we have a tremendous amount of confidence, as everybody should. But this is where you cross the line when you feel like you don't have room to grow, and nobody could ever say that about us.
When you become ignorant, right? It's just like the ignorance takes over. You're like,
arrogant, so. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we are constantly working, we are constantly asking questions, learning from people, understanding that we have a lot to learn in general. We financial nerds, and we know we don't know everything, and so when we say like, yeah, we great, but we still got to get better. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, and I think everybody should carry themselves in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not to throw shit on any of the trainers that I work with, but I know for a fact that I'm one of the best trainers that the building's got. I'm one of the best trainers on Long Island for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
Just because of one thing, I understand pain. I understand mental shit. I understand financial struggles. I understand how to work around those things to get you to your goals. Like,
exactly.
When you have a passion like the way you guys have right now, like that passion for your community, it's so motivational for myself, seeing what you guys are doing right now.
Appreciate that.
Everything that you guys just talked about, like everything that you guys have literally just talked to me, like I first off, I can't appreciate your time, because I said before, time is the most valuable asset. So I can't appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to come down over here, take the troop, and sit down and have a conversation.
Thank you. Same with you. You taking time out for us. So
you didn't have to bring us on the show, so thank you.
No, but like you guys, first off, you guys humbled the hell out of me just now with the information. But I will say, it's so fucking important that these conversations happen. That what you guys do to show, like, it's not cocky. It's just, we know we're the shit.
Yeah, it's the work, bro. It's the work. Like the hours and hours and hours of work you put in.
You earn the right to say that.
Yeah, like if you, it's just on sports, life, everything, financial literacy, anything. If you put in the work behind something and you feel like you're knowledgeable in it, what is the harm in speaking on it? People, they're gonna think you know too much? Or are they just scared? When people say they can't, you can't do something, it's their insecurities that popping out. They're afraid that they don't know the information that you do. Okay, so go learn, read a book.
Wow.
It's not my problem. Like, if I don't know music, I don't speak on music.
I'm gonna keep it a buck too. Like, yo, nobody that's like confident, right, will ever say stuff. I've never been called cocky by somebody that's actually really confident in themselves. Ever.
Think about it, because they all know it's like, yo, this is the energy everyone else has around them. They carry themselves to that manner. Okay, if I tell you something, it's like, yo, you should be doing this way. Okay, if you tune that off completely and you're like, nah, this is the right way to do it, there's no discussion or debate around it, that's a different conversation. Then now you just thinking you just know everything. There's a difference. You see, there's a line you got to be able to have that's like, be okay and willing to learn from others, but know that you have stuff to offer too, and don't be afraid to speak on it.
That's all it is. And then giving back in itself. Like, we literally, our whole line of work is about giving back.
Bro, everything's free.
Exactly, bro.
That's why we call ourselves twins. That's literally why.
It's the, like
everything is free. Like, our channel's free. Our ebooks are free. We're trying to host an event right now. I can't speak too much on it right now, but stay tuned. It's free, bro. We're going to schools, free. We're going to colleges, free. We're not even asking you guys to pay a dime, because if you learn this, you're gonna be happy, and I know you're gonna support. You're gonna like. You're gonna comment. You're gonna follow. Right? That's enough. Just learn, bro. Do your thing.
We got a lot of. That's where the enjoyment comes from on this whole bag talk thing. It don't got nothing to do, but like, it has nothing to do with money or nothing. It's just about, yo, we love the feeling of helping people out. When people text us, DM us, like, yo, thanks for saying that. I didn't know you could this and that. Like, for example,
someone to the Canada one, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, the Canada dude, appreciate him. Shout out him. Like, there's so many people that reach out to us. Nothing beats that.
That's a fact. Like, we have our friends sometimes coming in and being like, yo, thank you for this. I didn't know this. This was dope. Like, Aaron, thank you. Shout out to you. Like, Jamal. Yeah, for sure. Jamal too. Like James just found money, right? Jahan just found money from posts that we're doing. We had someone from Canada hitting us up and being like, yo, this is dope. Like you're actually putting us on. I have people that are hitting me up that are way old, like uncles. I'm talking about like 40, 50-year-olds that are being like, yo, I lost money. I seen your channel. Can you put me on the game? Like, how do I do this?
Students.
It's
too much.
Bro, students is another thing. Like, this kid is in 9th grade, bro. I don't want to give no names because obviously he's younger and everything, but like, you know what I'm talking about.
It's my boy.
Yeah, like
Junior. That's my boy.
Yeah, bro. Like, he's in 9th grade and he's gonna surpass everyone on this table, and it's just, he's a beast.
Future
and the fact,
billionaire, definitely.
Like the fact that like he's telling us, yo, I didn't know this I learned this from you guys. Like, damn, I get goosebumps. I have goosebumps right now, and it's just like, you can't fake that. What are you faking?
You're doing it all from love, and that's the thing that what really inspires me is that you guys are doing it all just because you actually do give. You love your community, you appreciate your community. You sit there and you want to give back as much as you can. Overall, like I said before, it's one of the biggest goals I have for my community is to not only just have that facility here, but then turn that facility into a profit for the community, like as in like scholarships for the kids.
Got similar vision.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're just speaking exactly what we want to do.
Yeah. It's because then there's also parts of like the facility, like, you know, there's that not only just gonna be that like the parts of it where it's just mental health and cater to that, but then there's also going to be like a financial part that, you know, financial illiteracy. I already have like the layout of the wording of like the section of the gym is going to be you know, the financial illiterate. So basically one of my boys who's also into this whole big, he calls himself the wealth building chef. Shout out to Vernon. There's going to be a spot where I want him to be, and if you guys ever want, if this thing actually becomes a reality, when it becomes a reality.
Yeah, speaking into existence, bro.
When it becomes
Don't
reality,
say
because I already have the check written down. It's already in my wallet and everything.
Yeah.
Like, that you talked about that before, and I immediately like I know exactly what you're talking about, because I can pull out that check also. So at any time it's written out 10 mil.
Yeah.
But because it's gonna happen. But it's not only just gonna be a gym for that. It's just a resource center as well, because we have, I don't know, what was your graduating class size?
Like what, high school size we're talking, right? 300 around?
Probably. I don't know. I don't even know.
I would say 300 probably, if I take a random guess.
My graduating class was 1,100.
Yeah, no, you guys are way bigger.
They're the biggest non-city district in New York.
Yeah, it was it's humbling, especially with the last name having with being W. So I'm all the way in the back. So I got a chance to see 1,000+ students get called up and watch up in front of me.
Right.
And to know that they don't have the full information, that if this facility was up, they could just go and visit and sit down with a counselor as part of like a membership, then go work out and then go work on their emotional health, and then, you know, stop out and get a healthy meal and then go out. You know, there's also going to be a little, you know, ready to go meal center, like meal prepped, like the meal prep center. Like the loadout, I already have it all drawn.
You got
out.
The vision already down to go.
It's like when I close my eyes, not even if I close my eyes, because I can now, like, if I stare off in the distance, like I see myself walking through the facility. Like I look to the left, I know exactly how everything's going to look. When I look to the right, I know how everything's going to look.
That's power in that.
You know, when people say like, I see the vision, bro, you gotta be visionary. You gotta be able to see it.
You gotta be able to feel it too.
Yeah, like
hear the sounds.
Like walk. Literally just, I'm walking. I see it to my left. I see it to my right. Bet I already know what's gonna happen. He's lifting. All right, you're doing the form wrong. Let me help you out. You know, like you gotta be able to just rock with it, bro. Just go. Go.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that's most important with that is not everyone's going to see your vision.
That's fine.
Everybody will, when you talk your vision, you're going to have people who's going to doubt it. You're going to have people who say, "What, you're going to do that?" No. Like one of my biggest goals is to retire my family. I'm going to retire my family because they worked their ass off for me my entire life. Like there's, you know, they're solely the reason why I'm still here today.
Right.
And if it wasn't for them, my goal is to retire them. And
you can do it, bro.
Yeah. And when you have that power of manifestation, understanding what it is, and you tell it to some people, it's very easy to get it shut down. It's very easy to let that doubt sink in. It's very easy to allow that, but it's your vision.
And that's the key, bro. I was about to say, the key word to your vision is yours. You know what I'm saying? It's yours. They're not supposed to see it. It's literally given to you. Like God gave you that vision. You ain't get it to them. They're not supposed to see it, bro. I'm okay with you not seeing my vision. It's not your vision, bro. It's mine. Absolutely. It's supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not giving you reasons to believe in me, I'm not even mad at you.
It's just funny. Like, you know, when it's just jokes. When people say like, yo, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know my struggles. Okay. Because they were your struggles. Just how you always say people are not going to know your struggles. They're not going to see your vision. It's yours.
Right.
It's yours. It's your goals, your aspirations, your passion. It's not mine. Why should I care about you when you don't care about yourself? So like, what the hell?
Oh, fuck. You just literally hit the nail on the head, especially in the trainer's world.
Yeah.
Why the amount of times that people will waste their money, they'll show up and then they'll do it 3 months with me. And then what happens 2 months later?
Bro, listen.
Right back to where they started.
I've been in basketball training before the whole back talk thing. Like, I really played ball heavy growing up. You know what I'm saying? So yes, as a basketball trainer, I know what you're talking about. Even as a basketball player, people are like, yo, I want to get with you, bro. I want to work out with you, right? They want to get in the gym. They show up for 3 days. Day 4, they going. They not coming back. Nobody got consistency. And Newski had consistency when we was on the basketball trip together. That's actually how we got like so close. It was because always crazy in the gym. He was always crazy in the gym. I just didn't know him.
We literally, like, we were in the same high school, same district. We just didn't know each other.
Yeah, we didn't know each other. And then basketball brought us together.
I'll never forget. I got a rebound, kicked it out to him, and then it was an intramurals. After that day, I swear it was Pal and Kobe. That's what we call ourselves.
Yeah, we call it Pal and Kobe. Facts. You know, I was like, yo, he's different up here, just like me. Like, you don't meet people like that. Lo and behold, then we come up and we start Leaders Lead with a few other individuals. Leaders Lead leads us into Bag Talk. Bag Talk about to change the world.
Yeah, it's like I'm telling you, people love to talk about their struggles a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to talk about their emotions. They're not going to talk about their passions. They're not going to talk about it's just, we're in a very, very twisted world, bro. It's completely opposite how it should be. Why are you bragging about your emotions and your struggles when you're not going to brag about your actual aspirations and your goals? Why? What is the point?
We're not going to act on it either. That's the other thing.
Exactly.
You complain, but yet what work are you putting towards getting out of your rut? What work are you putting in?
It's comforting. That's the thing. People love to be in comfort, bro. People love the comfort. That's why, think about it. You mentioned earlier, you went overnight, you delivered food, and you were like, yo, I promise I could imagine. Did you want to work overnight?
Hell no.
Did you want to be there late? No, but you have to, right? It's uncomfortable. But that's what makes you better. Like, you think we want to be waking up at, 8 o'clock going to work or 7 o'clock going to work, coming back after 9 to 5, and then at 7 o'clock starting a whole new thing, editing a whole new thing, going on
another full-time
job. Like, you think we want to go on Instagram and edit this TikTok reel? We want to go on Instagram, edit this reel. We want to go on YouTube and edit that. You think we want to do that? It's not fun, but it's passion.
The most fun part about it is the content itself. We love making it. The editing part is work. We love giving back. We love doing the meetups. We love going to the schools and everything.
I honestly love the fact that I'm working with my brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. That it's just a huge. I've been in different businesses before, and like I love my partners, and that's why you partner with people you love, right? Because like makes you better. So it's like the fact that I have my brother with me, and it's like, yo, let's just see how far we go. Let's really test ourselves. And when you get two sickos in a room together, we're gonna change a lot of people's lives.
Bro, we both came up on Kobe, bro. We taking that into every endeavor. Okay?
So that's fun. That's the fun part. But other stuff, nah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Lifting is not fun, bro. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not. But you gotta do it, right?
It's a character thing. There's a book called The One Thing, and they talked about that. You can't. It's either One Thing or Atomic Habits. Either way, both of those books I recommend. But I remember they were talking about it's not. Y'all want to lose weight, so I gotta get to the gym and I'm gonna, eat different. But no, you have to become a different person. You have to become like, I'm a person who is heavy on fitness. I am a person who works out every day. You're not about to work out every day for 3 months. No, change your entire character. Understand? And that's something that like I want everybody to think about. Even when it comes to this finance stuff, like you can't rely on 9-5 to retire. Understand? You have to become a person. You have to become an investor. Tell yourself that. Think like an investor.
We tell our students that every time we walk into the room, right before we're done with their class, we're like, what are we? And they have to say, we are investors. They're not traders. You're not just regular people. Y'all are investors. If I give you $1, that dollar better be $2 next time I see you. Facts. You're an investor.
I love that you guys are preaching that message at such a young age. It's so important for these kids to learn that, just because they can afford that. Then they won't have to make the same mistakes that my ass made, especially.
Yeah, nah, bro. Trust me, for someone who had Microsoft at a young age and sold it, and it has to come back into it, I know pain.
Oh no,
I know pain, bro. We made a lot of mistakes when we were younger, bro, and we're only 26. It's not like we're like 37 years old. Like, we could make mistakes now, but the generation younger than us, I'm telling you, that ninth grader, he's about to be a billionaire. I'm so serious when I say this. He's going to be a billionaire, bro. He already is learning all the mistakes that we made.
Yeah, we made the mistakes for him.
He's going to just learn, bro. That's where the channel is so helpful. We bring guests on because, like, learn from their mistakes. You don't want to learn from ours, learn from theirs. You can learn from all of ours and then don't make them. If you do make them, it's going to be, damn, I shouldn't make it. You won't make it again, Because sometimes, to be honest, it's human nature to make a mistake and make it again until you get burned. It's just honest, right? But if you have our experience plus your own experience, you probably won't make the same mistake again.
Yeah, if you're somebody who is continuously still making the bad decision, now it's a choice.
That's just you.
Now you're just pouring.
Yeah, we gave you the script. It's like when a coach makes a play, bro. I gave you X's and O's on a clipboard, right? It's like, yo, you're supposed to set the pick and roll. You setting the pick, you're not even rolling. What are you doing, bro? That's on you. But the point guard's like right there waiting for you.
That's the thing with back. So like we said, we made the mistakes for them already, you know. So we want all the listeners to get to the bag quicker than us. You know what I'm saying? We want them to hit a milli way before we do.
Oh, hell
you know
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, because their learning curve is so much smaller than ours. So we didn't have setbacks, you know what I'm saying, coming up in a financial world. We obviously know what we're doing now. Things are going well, and they're gonna get even better as we continue to grow. But every time you learn something, y'all learn something. Even like missingmoney.com, I put that reel up. And it's like, I learned about that. Soon I learned about it, I'm about to make a reel about it. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, people hitting me up like, yo, I found money on that. Like, I just got a bunch of people a check. I ain't had no check.
I unfortunately didn't. I saw that reel. I was wait, what? I was like, let me find out. I was like, oh, no.
I appreciate you for taking action though.
Exactly.
You see, that's the thing. Like, I know for a fact, we talk about, we're like, yo, kids that are like being born now, their parents can set up their accounts for them, make sure they're going to be millionaires. I promise you, I already know it. My nieces, both of them, they're gonna be, millionaires. Like, like all four of them, they're gonna be millionaires. It's just, it's light work for them, bro. Well, I told my cousin, I told my sister, yo, set this up. It's at year 18, they're gonna have more than 1.5 in their account.
Well, we put the reel up. How do you retire with $15.6 million? It's actually really simple. You know what I'm saying?
You just don't know how to do it.
You can retire. You can guarantee your kid will retire with $15.6 million. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
We put that.
No one's teaching that in these schools.
Heck no.
They teach you social studies, bro. You gotta know about that.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Yeah, you gotta.
Coming from a math teacher, the thing is, I'm a math teacher. I told y'all, and I tell my students too. I'm like, yo, a lot of this stuff you won't use in life. You just have to use this as a stepping stone to get to where you want to.
What's the powerhouse of something like that? Like a nucleus and all that stuff that you're telling you. You know what I'm talking about?
Mitochondria.
Mitochondria, yeah, bro. Like powerhouse of a cell. I remember that because I had to draw. That's the only reason I remember it. What is that doing for me? Someone puts a gun in your head. They ask for money. They don't ask for mitochondria, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how you want to survive. Like, imagine, like, yo, what's the powerhouse of a cell? Come on, son. They're gonna ask for money.
No. All right, you got it. You got me. That's it. You got it. It's all yours.
Exactly.
Nah, guys, I can't appreciate y'all enough for popping up over here. You guys are more than welcome to ever come by again and talk more in details. I know you guys said you got that event in the works.
Yeah, for sure.
When you guys got a full date and when it's set in stone, you guys want to promote, you guys are more than welcome to come on here, and I'll put you on Instagram, make multiple clips of it as well. It's like I'm gonna do with this one. This has been crazy. Like, this has been great. Like, I can't appreciate the energy here enough. Like, I feel like everyone here has like that same mentality and the same
goals.
Yeah, exactly. You're 26 too?
Yeah.
We're all 26 here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow,
so,
that's what's up.
Yeah, 95 babies here.
You already know.
When's your birthday?
I'm November 18th.
All right, bet. So we
August 11th.
Exactly. So we all on the same
Another
thing,
August. Oh my god! Like majority of my family is either August, December, or November.
Okay.
So another August one. But what was yours with?
June.
All right. So
June 2nd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're coming up then. Yours coming up then.
Yeah, it's coming up, bro. Yeah,
happy early if I don't see you before that.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
But before I send you guys off, on there anything besides the channel? The floor is yours. For guys to promote anything you guys want to promote right now.
Yeah.
So I would say, first of all, just as far as back talk goes, Mondays, if you're a beginner in finance, if you feel like you need some direction, we have step-by-steps for you on Monday, and literally it's a whole playlist on the YouTube called Rookie Mondays. If you watch from episode 1 up until now, when I say you're gonna learn like a lifetime worth of information in only a small selection of episodes, trust me, believe that. Wednesdays is for people who really just have an interest in finance. Like, Wednesdays we get really in depth now, because it's like, all right, we about to take you from maybe being a thousandaire to a millionaire just by listening to Wednesdays alone. So like, that's just an understanding on back talk in itself. And I don't know if you wanted to. Yeah,
so that speaks on YouTube. So make sure hopefully there's the link.
Yeah, I'll put the link and everything.
So that's YouTube. We also have obviously an Instagram that you can follow. Rel obviously manages that whole system for us on social media. So shout out to that. And then TikTok as well. And then we are on Apple and Spotify podcasts. So if you want to check that out as well. So, we try to be as popular as possible and be available as possible for you guys. So definitely take advantage of that. You can email us. You can actually message us on Instagram, whatever works for you guys. We just want to make sure you guys are successful in your journey and get those free ebooks. They're actually free. Like,
It's a budget template in there
Yeah,
too.
like we have a budget template for you to start. We have a crypto ebook. We have a stock ebook. You know, we're gonna give you a real estate calculator for free as well. So make sure you check all that out. And
damn, that's a lot of free game. That is a whole lot of free game.
So everything's gonna be before you guys. Just come on the channel, hit us up, and then we're gonna make sure we answer every DM possible. We answer every comment. It's literally a goal of ours. So
since day one, yo, even our first video, we had like I think 50. Like we had mad comments on the first video. We answered every single comment. We answered everything on purpose because it's like we know our purpose. We just want to help everybody else because nobody was helping us. So we're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna change the culture.
Thank you for that, and make sure you check it out. And thank you, bro. It means a lot.
Like I said, thank you guys for your time, and also shout out to Fred. Thank you for Fred for putting these guys on.
I was just FaceTiming him. I was literally FaceTiming today. That's literally our brother, bro. I'm not even playing. Like, we were just saying this. This is crazy. I don't even know this, right? Since 2007, this is the longest time I've gone without seeing Fred. The longest time since 2007, because we've been kicking. We went to college together. Obviously, went to middle school and high school together, and then Fred and I went to college together. Kicking it for that long, and now we're seeing him in DC this weekend. So you know, if you're watching, bro, get ready.
Shout out my son.
Hey, but dude, gentlemen, guys, I can't appreciate y'all enough. I can't appreciate y'all enough for watching as always. It's been Welshcare, and as soon as I find the button here to my damn shit just turned off. Okay, now we out of here. Take care.
Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So real quick, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this amazing company that I've now had the honor and privilege of partnering up with, Cannabolics. So for those that don't know Cannabolics is a Long Island-based company, and they are specialists in cannabis. So those that know me know that I love my greens, and I am a daily greens user. As Pat McAfee says, vitamins. I love my vitamins. And when I say that Cannabolics has had the best source of vitamins, aka CBD, aka Delta 8, and even some live rosin flower, live rosin pens. When I tell you that this is hands down some of the best CBD on the market, I cannot stress it enough that this is hands down the best CBD you will get your hands on. In particular, I'm going to talk a little bit about this freeze gel here, this miracle worker for my knees especially. Now, my knees are completely destroyed from my time in the military and also from the years of doing improper form in the gym before I actually became educated. So my knees hate me. Not anymore. Now they love me every time I rub this on. It feels amazing. Currently, I have it on right now. After a heavy, intense session with my legs, I cannot feel any better with my knees than I do right now. Usually I feel a little bit of that achiness. I feel a little bit more of that soreness, that tightness, and I'm not feeling it. It's been about a week and almost 2 weeks now, and I have yet to feel a single ounce of that extra stress that I used to feel before I started using this here. The other thing I want to talk a little bit about for those who are wanting to get elevated, but not to the point that you're sitting on your couch questioning your day. Their Delta 8 is by far the best Delta 8 on the market. It is a great high if you are looking to be active, be functioning, and be relaxed at the same time. If you are looking to invest in anything from Cannabolics, go to cannabolics.org, not .com, cannabolics.org, 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 and then use promo code Welshcare, WELSHCARE, Welshcare at checkout, and you'll save an additional 10% off. You will see these products. I'm going to have Cannabolics all stacked up behind me as well. So you amazing gentlemen at Cannabolics, I cannot thank you enough. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this partnership. On to the next ad. All right, guys. So real quick, we're going to talk a little bit about your next protein purchase, which is going to be the Jocko Milk. So you're going to go to originmain.com. You're going to use promo code Welsh10, WELSH10 at checkout for 10% off your order. You're going to order yourself some Jocko Milk, and you're going to save yourself some money at the end of the day. If you find that you're buying yourself probiotics, digestive enzymes, essential amino acids, aka EAAs, or protein powder, and you're buying all that separately, and if you're buying at a high quality rate, chances are you're probably spending anywhere between $120 to $200.
Chocolate milk only costs $44.95 at originmain.com. And then if you use my code, like I said earlier, Welsh10, WELSH10, for 10% off your order at checkout, you can save yourself 10% off on top of getting yourself the best tasting and the best quality protein that's on the market. Thank you guys for watching the episode. Hope you have a great one.